Good morning, Guardians. Briar Rabbit here. Got a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about some Iron Banner charity inside of Destiny, Siva infected Vault of Glass weapons, and a little bit of personal stuff at the end of the video. So let's start off with last week's Iron Banner. A lot of people have been talking about the Iron Banner, whether Supremacy is a good game mode or not. I gotta tell you, I like Supremacy. I think it's a lot of fun. It's refreshing. It's a different game mode. Yes, it's definitely shotgun heavy, but because the objective of the game mode requires you to pick up the crests of your fallen enemies, it just makes sense to have close range weapons. I will say this, I'm not totally sold on the new progression system for Iron Banner. I do like that loot is dropping super quick. That is awesome. I love the amount of new auto rifles, new shotguns, and all of that stuff that I got. As far as the bounties go, they seemed a little too easy to me. I was able to complete all of them within an hour or two of play, and in my opinion, those should last a little bit longer. They should be something to strive for. They should be something that you actually have to do something cool to get. I always actually liked the 10 kill streak bounty in the Iron Banner. I like that kind of stuff. It was something to, you know, try hard for. And Iron Banner to me doesn't feel all that competitive anymore. It feels like I just go in there, I grind for a certain amount of time, I get all my bounties done. About the same time I'm getting the bounties done, I've hit my level 5 rep cap, and I can get all the loot from the bounties, the rep, everything, and it's all done in the space of 2 to 3 hours. And to me, that's taken some of the fun away from Iron Banner. What I used to like about Iron Banner is that I played it all week. It was like my activity for the week. I used to jump in there with viewers and just have a fun time for the entire week, whereas now it was kind of over by Wednesday, and I didn't have a whole lot of drive to jump back in day after day. So not so sure about the new bounties. Definitely loving the new gear. The weapons are incredible coming out of the Iron Banner right now. Almost across the board. I love the hand cannon. I love the pulse rifle. The pulse rifle is, as far as I'm concerned, top of the meta right now. The auto rifle is not bad at all. The scout rifle, which I have not gotten, I've heard is great too. I like the sniper rifle. I really like just about every weapon I've gotten from the Iron Banner, except for probably the shotgun, which to me is more of a PvE type of shotgun than a PvP shotgun. But aside from the way they've kind of relaxed the requirements of the bounties, I did have a good time in Iron Banner. I just feel like there needs to be a reason to keep going throughout the week instead of just playing for 2 to 3 hours and moving on. Next up, a suggestion for Destiny that I think is absolutely stupendous. So if you read the Destiny the Game subreddit a lot, you're going to see a lot of suggestions, and some of them are pretty good, but a lot of them are terrible, frankly. They don't seem to take the long-term playability of Destiny into account when they bring these suggestions up. But this one I thought was absolutely fantastic. So this one comes from user CA Carpenter 89, and his idea is to add a charity section to the Eververse Trading Company. And one of his ideas was to rotate emblems for different causes each month. So if it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, maybe they could have a pink emblem with the Breast Cancer Awareness ribbon on it, sell that in the Eververse, and then donate, you know, let's say 60 or 50% of the proceeds right to a Breast Cancer Awareness Foundation. I thought this was a fantastic idea because it'd be an easy way for Guardians to support a really good cause. It'd be a great way to raise money for that cause. Bungie would get a lot of good press for doing it, and it probably wouldn't be that hard to implement. We've seen that Bungie likes to do charity stuff in the past. Their Bungie Foundation is all about charity, and I love supporting that, especially when they give me in-game items that I can kind of show my support off with. I thought this was a wonderful idea. I definitely wanted to bring it to light, give it as much publicity as I could, and I'd love to see Bungie implement this. Next up, there's been a lot of talk about bringing the old raids forward in a possible April update next year. One of the things that really excites me about that is getting new versions of those old Vault of Glass weapons. And here were a couple ideas from some Redditors that I thought were fantastic. This is a Vex Mythoclast that is Siva infected by NFS Gaming, and a Fatebringer that is Siva infected by X-Shots. Now, obviously this stuff isn't real, but we have not seen the hand cannon for the Wrath of the Machine raid. How cool would it be to see a return of the Fatebringer? Next up, a lot of you have been asking, where are you? What's going on here? You haven't made a video in 4 days. You haven't been Twitch streaming. I got to apologize for that. I've had a lot of personal stuff that's come into my life immediately that needs just absolute attention, immediate attention, that I haven't been able to ignore. I've had a family member that has been dealing with a very extreme depression who needs basically to be watched around the clock at this point. And I have basically been dealing with an insurance company that has been pulling some real hijinks, some real hijinks. So a couple of things that have really taken up a lot of my time in the last few days. They should both be easing up a little bit now. The insurance company has pretty much been taken care of, and the family member who's dealing with depression seems to be getting better, and hopefully that trend continues. So I apologize for the lack of content lately. It should return to normal within the next few days. But of course, you know, family always has to come first. And one of the great things about being self-employed and doing, you know, what I do for a living is that the stuff like this, the videos, the games, they can be dropped at a moment's notice if something really important comes up or if somebody really needs me. So I feel lucky in that respect that I'm in a position where I can drop everything to help somebody. But I also do realize that I kind of feel bad about just, you know, up and leaving without any explanation for 4 days and, you know, not letting you guys know what's going on. So I just want to let you guys know, you know, it's nothing permanent. It's not like I suddenly don't like Destiny or something like that. It's just, you know, personal stuff comes up and you got to handle it as fast as possible. And some of that stuff can be really important. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button if you liked the video. If you'd like to see a story covered in Good Morning Guardians, shoot me a tweet with the hashtag Good Morning Guardians in it, and I will take a look at that story for future inclusion inside Good Morning Guardians. Again, thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow.